Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. This is the continuation of the series of readings on the Idaho 4 case in Moscow, Idaho. If you don't know about this case, then do some research on it. But if you do want to watch the series of readings that I've done so far, then I would start with Brian Koberger, who is the person who stands accused of the unaliving of the 4 people, the 4 students in Idaho. And on that video, it gives you a brief outline of what the situation, what the crime is about. Today I'm looking at Steve Goncalves, which is the first of the outsiders, if you like, the people who are connected to the victims or in some way, I suppose. He is Kaylee Goncalves' father, Kaylee being one of the people who lost her life on the 13th of November 2022. And Steve Goncalves has probably got the loudest voice of everyone who is connected to this case. So it's worth looking at his energy just to see if there's anything that we need to know. I completely understand his passion for justice for his daughter. But I just need to know, and I think everyone would like to know, are there any hidden motives, any information that we don't know about? So I'm going to start with the oracles. And I'm going to start with, before I begin, I'm going to start with a disclaimer. And that is, this is a tarot reading. None of what I bring up in this video is based on fact. It is all speculation. And it is one of many theories that many people can or may come to. So I at no point am accusing anyone of anything. This is for entertainment purposes only. And you can interpret these cards in any which way that you choose to. And it's open to interpretation. So we'll start with the clarifying life situations. So the first card, I'll read them as I go. The first card says vortex of creativity. Spiral into your creative vortex, unleashing imaginative power to manifest your dreams into reality. I mean, it's kind of gives me the vibe of, you know, because at the end of the day, nobody knows who's responsible, who's guilty. Even Brian Koberger, who stands accused, is still innocent until proven guilty. But yet this energy makes me feel like in Steve Goncalves' head is that he has turned what into unreality into reality in his head. It's like, as far as he's concerned, he knows the facts, and there's no There's no question of that. The harbour of peace. Find serene refuge in the peaceful embrace of a gentle harbour, allowing tranquility to still your waters. So this means to me that he's not, I don't feel like he's at peace with of course he's not at peace with what's happened, but I also don't feel like he's at peace with the conclusions he's reaching almost. Find serene refuge in peaceful embrace of a gentle harbour, allowing tranquility to still your waters. So we know he's a Libra. So let me move on to what lies beneath. First card is investigating, and I think he's probably doing more investigative work than the police potentially at some points. He is very much the investigation central kind of person in this case. But having said that, it's all I feel he's doing is trying to find ways to prove that they've got the right man. He's not doing anything outside of that. He's not actually expanded his investigative powers to look beyond what's been presented to him. This is interesting. This next one, it says a situation's about to explode. Shit's about to pop off up in flames. I mean, I don't know if this is about him. I don't know if this is about his having had to hold on to certain emotions, if his temper is about to give way. But again, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. The thing is that, things like this are very, if you're going to put a test on a marriage, then this is the test. It doesn't matter how united they may seem in front of the public. Something that is so devastating will always be polarizing to some extent between two people that could genuinely love each other, because you never grieve at the same time, you never grieve at the same rate. People, the stages of grief, when you go through the stage of anger, and this is going to be a lot of anger because of the nature of what happened, it's exhausting when you are in a phase of your grief pattern just for that day where you aren't feeling angry. Maybe you're in a place of absolute despair, but your partner is going through that angry phase. That's exhausting. It's draining. And it's more often than not going to cause friction than bring you together. And I speak from someone with experience. So I'm not reading this out of a book. And I do wonder if their relationship is being tested. So we're moving into what's the vibe. So the first card, and let's just think about what I've just said. It says soulmate, twin flame, friendship, romantic partner. So this is, you know, it's basically qualifying their relationship under normal circumstances. Steve and his wife, they have a strong relationship. Probably gone through ups and downs like any other marriage would have done. Everyone does. However, the next card, excuse the picture, by the way. I'm sure this isn't what he looks like, but it says masculine energy, authority, discipline, and father figure. Okay, so this is, there's a bit of ego coming through here. And the reason for that is because he is Kaylee's father, or was Kaylee's father. As far as his energy is concerned, it was his job to keep her safe, and his ego is getting in the way here. You know, the reason he's fighting so hard is not just because of justice, it's because he's trying to make up for what he couldn't do at the time, and his ego is getting in the way. His ego is getting in the way of his rational, his rational thought process. He's trying to be the one in charge. He's trying to, not just in of the situation in his own daughter's case, but it's almost like he's trying to, everyone else who's involved in this, the other parents, it's like he wants to be the voice that's heard. He wants to be the one that kind of takes control or takes charge of the situation. This last card is so okay. So it says psychopath, abusive, conniving, and unpredictable. This may not be about Steve. It may be about it may be about Brian. It may be how Steve is consumed with Brian's energy, and that's how he believes he has brainwashed himself into thinking that's who Brian is. But the problem with this is that there is a tendency here with Steve that he has these tendencies, especially when it comes to anyone who challenges his beliefs when it comes to his daughter. Then those tendencies tend to come to the surface. It's like there's no discussion. Even if it's one of the other parents that says to him, have you thought about this though, Steve? This doesn't add up. This doesn't fit. It's like he gets so angry. Like, people can be so stupid and naive to not see something to him that is so obvious. But is it because he thinks it's obvious, or is it because he's hell bent on making everyone stick to the same narrative. So let's have a look at the last deck, which is the True Crime Oracle. So we have legal proceedings. And I honestly feel like he's tried to ingrain himself in any possible way that he can in legal proceedings. And I think that is probably easy enough to find that out. It's not a psychic revelation, but I don't know what influence he has over this. I had some kind of connection come through the other day. Can I remember what it was? It made me Google stuff because I had to find out if I was in, you know, what is this? Is there any reality in this? I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh God, I wonder if I can see on my Google. Sorry, history. I need to remember what this was. Political links. Steve Goncalves political links. What is he linked to politically in the past? There's something about political links with him, and I couldn't find anything Googling it. No wonder. I shouldn't think it, probably that kind of information would be available on Google, but there's something here that he's linked to. Either he's linked to someone political, or he has some kind of political power, and I don't know how or why, but it came to me out of the blue from my guides. And the next card is natural disaster. So interesting. It's just knowing the things, you know, and I only know this through your comments, to be honest. It's not because I looked it up, but when we talk about natural disasters and things like, I mean, I heard about, was it a police station or something burning down where some evidence was kept and was destroyed? I'm sure there was something else as well. I don't know if it's the same thing, but it's like that will be marked up as a natural disaster. Did he know? You know, does he know about stuff? Why would that card come up? The couple is the next card. And I can only put this as being himself and his wife being a united front. I don't know what else this would be about. The only other thing this could be about is if there is another couple who I would assume is parents of another victim, who could be the only problem that he has, or the biggest problem that he has, shall I say, at the moment. So let's use the tarot to dig deeper. course, I've got Kaylee coming through. She's going to come through because it's about her dad. And she's saying Daddy has criminal connections. So we have the devil reversed, strength. The devil reversed. I mean, this card usually... This card makes me feel like this is about Steve's there's no how do I explain it? So he's not restricted by anything or anyone. It feels like he has a lot of power, but that doesn't mean that he's using it for ill gain, if that makes sense. But he does have a lot of power somewhere, a lot, you know, it just feels like he knows a lot of stuff. He knows a lot of stuff. The strength card. I just don't understand why. I don't know what he does for a living. And I don't know why I pick up energy around him of there's information that could ruin people. If he had to use it, he could use it. But I don't understand why he's so hell-bent on Brian Koberger. Prince of Swords reversed. I mean, that to me is him in a weird way, because he's Libra, but yet he's coming through with... He's coming through in a negative way. It's like a total refusal to accept two sides. I mean, I've never been in that position, so I wouldn't know how it feels. But it's... Anyway, the Harbour of Peace is clarified by the Two of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups reversed. Wow, okay. King of Cups. So this is already having a catastrophic effect on the family. You know, whatever they're showing, you know, to the public, the United Front. I think Kaylee has a sister. I don't know if she has a sister and other siblings. I don't know, but this is definitely causing, you know, a rift within the family already. And you know, that's to be expected. But I think the pressure that Steve is putting on other members of the family is just... it's all sign of peace gone, you know. It's like... Two of Pentacles. Just feels like he's playing this kind of juggling act, balancing act, like trying to keep plates spinning, trying to put fires out, you know, all of everything at once, trying to control what's going on everywhere at the same time. And King of Cups reversed. So there's one person here that he has no control over. He's trying, but they're really rebelling against his ideas and his you know, how he's trying to control things. And I feel like this is one of the other parents. It feels like could be female or male, but it feels more like male. They're really struggling. I mean, they're all going to be struggling. I mean, that sounds like just a stupid thing to say, but this person is really struggling because they now feel like they're dealing with what's going on with Steve Goncalves, as well as having to grieve for their child. And so investigating, clarified by the 8 of Swords in reverse. The 8 of Cups. The 3 of Cups. The 8 of Swords in reverse. It's just, again, it's like having free reign on something. It's like the things he's doing, no one else would be able to do. It's like, how is that possible? How he's so involved in the investigation side or in the legal side, or the 8 of Cups. It's weird. It's like his emotions aren't there. And the 3 of Cups. He has two other people. We're not talking about his wife and we're not talking about his daughter. There's 2 other people here that are helping and aiding him in some way. And you'll say, oh, it's probably his lawyers or solicitors. I don't know. I feel like this is something to do with publicity. I don't know if he has a public, you know, of course, I can't remember what they're called. Publicity manager or whatever they're called. I don't know. Situation's about to explode, clarified by the Queen of Wands reversed. Sure is. The Hermit reversed. And Temperance reversed. I mean, equally, and again, I haven't looked up his wife's birth sign. It could be about her. Maybe she's about to lose it. It could equally be about the other people in this situation that I've said that I feel are completely at odds with him. That could also be about to explode. And whoever this is potentially has fire energy, which, yeah, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but it could be any other sign. But however, they're coming through like an explosive. Yeah, they're not holding back anymore. Whoever this is, the Hermit reversed. It feels like this is why I don't think this is his wife, because it feels like someone who they have tried to isolate, someone that they have tried to, you know, not silence as such, but someone that they've just, you know, I mean, it could involve silence, but and we've also got Temperance in reverse, which is for him, you know, is the one piece. The jigsaw puzzle isn't complete. Everything's still off balance because of this one person or these people that are not aligning with his vision. There's definite lack of moderation here as well. Everything's very extreme. Apart from the mood, you know, like the extremes in emotion, I also get, and again, do not blame him, I also get a lack of control over, I don't know if it's drinking or I feel it's more drinking than anything else. So then we have soulmate. This is about his relationship, I presume, with his wife. I hope so. Don't want to make it even more complicated. The Emperor. Wow. I mean, this guy, Eight of Wands reversed and Two of Cups reversed. Their marriage is not doing well, I'm telling you now. The Emperor. So he's trying to dominate and control. Whether that is just in the current situation or whether he's always been like that, but this is just bringing out the worst side of him. As far as his wife's concerned, he is dominating and controlling and domineering, and it's almost like he's getting a he's getting a rush from the power of this. He's getting an ego boost from this. I mean, if anyone ever is more suited to being a politician, I don't know who it is, but he should be in politics. That's what I mean. Maybe that's where I got that from. Maybe it's just a feeling, but has he got political ties? If anyone knows, please leave a comment. The Eight of Wands reversed. So there's a lack of communication here as well. I almost feel like whether this is happening now or it's going to happen, there's almost a breakdown in communication between him and his wife until they have to face the cameras. The Two of Cups reversed is the disconnect between the two of them. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if behind closed doors they're in separate rooms, you know, and they are just putting on a show for the public until it's over. And they probably will have been advised to do that as well if they have got any public, you know, public relations advisors, they will have been told you have to show yourselves as a united force at all times. You have to be strong, you have to be this, that, and the other. Guarantee that's what they would have been advised. Masculine energy, authority, discipline, father figure, clarified by the Seven of Cups reversed. Absolute illusion. It's illusion. It's not true. The Nine of Swords. So weird, because this card, it should be about anxiety, fear and stress. I mean, yeah, of course he's going to be stressed. Is this about guilt? Five of Swords reversed. Defeat. I mean, maybe this is just about the fact that he didn't manage to dominate his wife. Maybe it's just that he didn't manage, his objective didn't work, and he was defeated. I don't know. So psychopath, abusive, conniving, unpredictable, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles reversed. I'm getting that he, in the past, and I don't know how far back we're going here, but he's tried to address certain personality, certain parts of his personality, and he never completed something. No, I'm not for 1 minute am I saying he is a psychopath. I'm not saying that at all. But it may be that he's struggled in the past with a personality disorder of some kind that he sought help with, but never saw through till the end. It's like this, it's something here in his history. Knight of Wands reversed. Who was his father? Who was his father? Was his father? His father was... I can't figure out whether his father was a bad or a good experience for him. I say was, as if he's not around. I don't actually know that. I feel like he's not, but I might be wrong. I'm getting something about his father, and that's where he gets his, it's like he's inherited some of his personality traits from his father, and I can't figure out whether that's whether he admires his father or... Knight of Wands in reverse. I mean, the Knight of Wands in reverse is cruel, I think. I think it's someone who's quite overbearing and quite You know, again, someone who lacked control over their temper. We've also got the Two of Swords reversed. He's it sounds so obvious, but it's all I'm getting is that he's just refusing to. It's like there's two options here. He knows that there's more than just Brian Koberger. He knows that, but he's refusing. And I do not understand why. Why would he even risk the possibility of going after the wrong person? Yeah, and then we've got legal proceedings, which, like I said, it feels like he's all over. Clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. He's money. I don't know if he's rich, but it feels like he can throw money at something and make something change if he needs to. The Three of Pentacles. So again, I get this feeling there's a team behind him. Yes, we're talking about legal proceedings. So yes, of course, there's a team, because there's, you know, I mean, I don't know how it works in this case, because we're talking about 4 different people that have lost their lives due to one person. So in a court of law, surely that would be, you know, a lawyer to represent each of those people. And maybe there is. I haven't looked into the case enough, but I see 3 people around Steve Goncalves on behalf of his daughter. And I don't know, is it just the same? Is it the same lawyers just dealing with every single family's case? I don't understand how that works, because surely you're not all going to want the same lawyer. Have they all got their own lawyers? Someone, please comment. I've also got the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, legal proceedings. It's a bit of a weird one. It feels like someone who has emotional connections is involved in the legal proceedings side of things, and I don't know if it's emotional connections to Steve himself or to the family in some way. Couple. Who is this couple? Clarified by the Ace of Wands. The Hierophant reversed. The Six of Swords. I don't know why I'm being shown this, because it's common knowledge, but I don't know the link to the couple. So Ace of Wands is new beginnings, new direction. Hierophant is court. So this is where there was a change of venue. And the Six of Swords is travel or escape, or, you know, this is where they had to, you know, there's obviously movement or travel or escape involved in this. The couple. This, where the case has been moved to, is right on the doorstep of someone, a couple, and I can't remember who it is. It's Dylan or Bethany, their family. Wow. So whoever that is, whoever's in the vicinity or the locality of the new location for the court, for the trial, whoever the couple is, and I know it's the parents of, and I think it's Dylan or Bethany, I don't know who, they have a link, and I don't know if it's a link before any of this happened, and it's always been a link, but they are linked to the Goncalves, which is really interesting because I felt like they were rallying against the court being moved, but it's like, here we go again with the web, with the threads. So I can't remember who it was. It was either Dylan or Bethany has relatives or parents who have links or connections of some kind to, and I think I said, you know, higher powers. And I think that Steve Goncalves also has links. So they're kind of connected by proxy through something here. Steve knows the truth about Dylan and Bethany. He knows why they were unharmed. And you could say, well, surely he must know everything then. And I don't know. It's not showing me that he knows everything. And then this last one is natural disaster. Like I said, he knows about the stuff that's gone down that has been made to look like an accident that wasn't an accident to destroy evidence. I do not understand. I cannot, and this is what I was hoping to get to the bottom of. Why? Nine of Wands. Six of Cups reversed. Seven of Wands reversed. Nine of Wands, wounded warrior. He'll never give up. He'll keep going. He'll never, regardless of what he comes up against, he will not ever back down. Six of Cups reversed. He has past connections. And the Seven of Wands reversed. He doesn't need a defence. Well, no, he doesn't need a defence. Why does he? What's that about? He doesn't need a defence. He's not on trial. just want to know why. Kaylee's just said he knows about the blackmail, or he knows about the blackmail. He knows police, sorry, the law enforcement blackmail. He knows about the law enforcement and the blackmail. Oh, guys, I don't know. Again, this is going to be I say it every time, this will all come together at some point, and once, you know, eventually I'm going to hit the right person. I'm going to hit the person who's responsible, and it's just going to be as clear as day when I get to the person who is responsible, or the people who are responsible. But until then, it's like, I don't know, it's like trying to recognize a jigsaw puzzle from just the straight edges and the corner pieces. The next one I will be doing, guys, will be Kaylee Goncalves. So thank you so much, all of you, for watching. If anyone is interested and you would like, or you'd like information about a private reading, please get in touch with me. I'd love to hear from you either way. And it is, what is it? It's revelationtarotgb@gmail.com. That's revelationtarotgb@gmail.com. If you're not sure about the spelling of revelation, then check the name of the channel. It's REVELATIONGB@gmail.com. Thank you so much, all of you, for your time and your interest, and, you know, helping me along the way to try and figure out a lot of this stuff, because to me it's just, you know, it is just a whole mess of stuff. But a lot of you seem to have, you know, you've been following things and you know things about people that I don't. So thank you. It is helpful to kind of have people sort of say to me, by the way, this is because of this, and this makes sense, and we connect this to this. So yeah, thank you, guys. I will see you next time, and always enjoy the journey.